So like this is what I do for all of my MVs. I will like scribble it myself and then like write some notes about like what I want. I basically, yeah, I do a little storyboard. I don't know why I'm explaining to you what a storyboard is. Like you don't know what it is, but I storyboard it basically. So like this was for the first illustration. But it's just me scribbling. So you can see like for the back of the graveyard, like I don't know how to draw all that. I just like scribbled it in. And then I just have like some like notes on like what I wanted in it. So you can kind of see. A drawing is slowly revealed as if it's being drawn in real time. It's a sketchy landscape of a woman at a gravestone. The gravestone is small and simple with no distinctive writing, but there are fresh flowers and a small beaded bracelet left at it. The bracelet actually, I think, ended up being on her wrist instead of at the grave. The woman stares at a coin in her open palm while her other hand holds flowers. The rest of the graveyard is simple behind her. As if someone is writing it with charcoal, the words "Spare a Prayer for the Lost" are scribbled over it. So I'll show you the other ones. Let's see. Well, this one's so sad when you guys see it. It's like so sad. Not sad as in like emotional sad. It's like sad as my scribbles. Okay. So this was for illustration 2. I wanted it to like be on an easel. It says, "The picture from the verse is revealed to be an actual drawing on an easel. The artist is the same woman as in the drawing, and she's fallen out of her chair and onto her knees. She is wearing a beaded bracelet, and her hands are clasped above her head as if in prayer. Her room is simple around her." Don't call her Slender Woman. She looks like who's the girl who comes out of the TV? Samara. And then, yeah, this was for verse 2. Like she's at the door. She looks like what did I write? "A woman is entering her home. She appears to live on an urban street. She wears a hat and a bracelet. She looks very weary, checking behind her as if she's worried someone is following her, though everything around seems ordinary and mundane." And then you get the spare the prayer for the dead. And then there's this is probably my favorite piece. Not the way I drew it, but the way the artist drew it. Oh my gosh, it turned out so cool. And this was like an angle I was like, I had this angle in my head and I wanted it so bad. And I redrew this like a bunch of times because I didn't know how to describe the angle, if you know what I mean. But I also couldn't draw it. So I tried really hard. I was like, I hope they understand what I mean by this. And then I got the art back and was like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Freer and looking up vibe. But this was long before that meme came around. I'm like a trendsetter. The artist did such an incredible job. It's so beautiful. Makes me so happy. This is so wonky. This is so bad. Honestly. Why won't you drag over? There we go. Boom. It got the point across, okay? It's peak, I'm afraid, yeah. I'm like god tier artist. And then, yeah, like the last panel. Ta-da! Ta-da! But yeah, I have storyboards like this for all of my songs that I'll put together. I always have a vision. You guys have definitely seen the Forbidden one before too. So it really, and I know I've talked about this before, but it's really like living the dream of little kid me, who I would close my eyes as a kid while I was listening to music and I would imagine a music video in my head. Wow. And so now when I'm listening to my songs that need music videos, I like close my eyes and I listen and I start imagining the pictures in my head. And then I come up with like a little storyboard. But then it actually is real. It becomes real. I never thought that would happen. It's so freaking cool. I'm so happy about it. I'm glad you guys are being so nice. I'm really glad you guys like it. Cause I know you guys are saying it too. It's different. Our music manager was saying the same thing. Like it's different. It's different than I feel like any of my other stuff. It stands out in my catalog. Oh, you know, for the red mud though, I actually didn't make a straight up storyboard. For red mud, I did more like a mood board. So like I knew I wanted like art deco, flappers, 20s, and I wanted like red and green. This Dance of Death was like my main inspiration for the art direction of the video. Cause I just loved everything about this. And when I saw the green and the red together, I was like, oh, this is, I'm so inspired. I want to go in this direction for sure. So, oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you haven't seen the red mud video yet, you have to go watch it after I show you these, cause you're going to be like, holy crap, they nailed it. And yeah, everybody who worked in that video just absolutely nailed my vision for it. And then I had this for like my design. I wanted like that good classic, like flapper style hair. And I wanted the little bucket hat. A plunging V-neck. Oh, very cute. And then, yeah, this was just more inspiration for like the color palette. And I wanted it to go from like mostly green with a little bit of red. And then towards the end of it, it's like mostly red with just a little bit of green was kind of the vision there. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but like it starts out once you get to the first verse, like through the first chorus is mostly green. And then it starts mixing in a little bit more red and a little bit more red. And like the final is like completely red. So it's like you've really sunk into it. The pomegranate was actually an idea by Lil, the artist, had the idea for the pomegranate, which I loved. That's why it's so cool to like work with multiple artists and stuff too, because if I had to do this all on my own, there's just things that I wouldn't be able to pull off or I wouldn't think of, you know, like Edmund is the one who thought of making like the old like spinning film. I forget what they call it now. He was the one that came up with that and like making it look like that old style of animation, which I just think was so cool. And it was Lil, the artist, who came up with the pomegranate idea and also the snake skeleton idea, which, oh my gosh, y'all know like the main art that plays in the chorus and it's got the snake skeleton around it. Bro, that art is so gorgeous. I'm so obsessed with it. But yeah, this was my inspiration for the dancing puppets that I wanted. And then I wanted like, you guys probably saw it. There was like garden scenes that looked more like this. And then there was like the stage scenes that looked more like that. Right image. And then I wanted to caress the skeleton. I'd like them to look intimate. Runie's pouring red liquid out of a martini glass onto his mouth, his hands, his ribs. And then Runie's expression shouldn't look too evil, but demure and longing. It's scandalous. Yeah, that was really important to me because I didn't want the vibe to come off like too like, ooh, evil. Like, I mean, obviously it's a little evil, but I didn't want it to be like comically villainous, like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna ruin this man's life and I'm gonna do it on purpose. We can do that in another song. For this one, I wanted it to be more like, by the nature of fate and humanity and the passion of love, we can just absolutely destroy each other. Yeah. So I didn't want her to look like too like evil while she was doing it. I wanted her to look more demure, if that makes sense. It always feels innocuous in the moment, but then it hits you. Someone prepared me for this. Oh, and I love this scene too. Oh, this was my inspo for you guys sinking into the mud. I just love the way that that turned out too. So I also like both of these pieces of art are just absolutely gorgeous, especially this painting. What the heck? I'm so obsessed with that. I'm so obsessed with that. It's just gorgeous. I love it. And then, yeah, this was just like, yeah, again, for the dance scene that I wanted. And there's like a green version and a red version of this. So yeah. I'm surprised I never showed you guys that.
My fellow brothers, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, remember these timeless words, as we can.